folks, welcome to today's lesson. In today's lesson, we're going to be talking about arithmetic operators in Python. So we'll start off with the equals operator. I can just state here, if you looked at my last video, I taught you guys on how to actually use the equals operator. And you can see I'm just going to go over it again. I can just state the variable here, and I can say it's equal to something, right? So I said x equal to 4 and y is equal to 2. Okay, that's simple as that. Next, we have the inequality, which is interesting, which I can just state something like this. Here I use an if statement, right, which I will cover on later in another lesson. But for now, it's like this. If x is greater than 2, print hooray. All right, so let's look at what our x value is. X value is 4, right? We said here x equal to 4. And now if x is greater than 2, print this. So let's see what happens here. Oh wow, let's just run it again just because. All right, it printed hooray because it is greater, 4 is greater than 2. Now let's move on to addition here. Oh, by the way, for inequality, you can also use less than as well. I'm just giving an example for greater than here. Continue on to addition. I can say, you can also, oh, by the way, for inequality, you can also use equal to, right, as well. Right, I can also write equals to. Okay, so for addition, you can see I just wrote a print statement. Inside of it, I did x plus y, and that should give you addition, right? Yeah, we can just check here. 4 plus 2 is 6. So for subtraction, I can do the same thing. I could print, and I just put x and y inside of brackets. Use the subtraction symbol, x minus y, and that gives us 2 here, because 4 minus 2 is 2. Next, we have multiplication, which is print. Which is interesting about this is actually we have a print, and we have x, and we actually have to put an asterisk to represent our multiplication symbol, right? Times y. And if we look at it into our console here, we can see that we get 8, and that's true. 4 times 2 is 8. Next, we move on to our exponent operator here, and you can see here, to do this, you actually want to write print, and you want to put x, double asterisk y. So what exactly is happening here? It's basically 4. I'm just going to write this. This is basically 4 to the power of 2, right? And if you do that, it's basically 4 times 4, which is basically equal to 16. And if we look here, you can see that we have 16 here practically. So it's basically just 4 to the power of 2x to the power of y, all right? Now let's move on to division. Division is like this. So I can have print here, I can have my x and my y, and we have a dash, right? And so when I do 4 divided by 2, I get 2, so I'm right. Next, we actually have floor division, which actually rounds it without any decimal places. You can see here, to do that, you actually want to put 2 slashes. So it's x slash y. So 4 divided by 2 gives us just a constant 2. All right, finally, we have the modulus operator, which I like to call the remainder operator. The reason for that is because when you put print in and you want to put, it's basically division, but it'll find the remainder of your x and y during the division process. So the remainder of 4 and 2 is nothing. There is no remainder, right? Because it perfectly goes in, right? 4 divided by 2 has no remainder. But if I was going to change up the numbers into like something like 9 and let's say 4, this will have remainder. So let's see what happens. You can see that there's one remainder, right? So that's what this modulus operator does. And yeah, that's all for this lesson, and thank you so much for watching.